right, so while on this example, oops, focus. These numbers are relatively small, and yes, we could have graphed them, plotted them, and seen my line. On this next example, these numbers are going to be slightly larger, which you might not want to spend so much time graphing these in this case. X, Y, -1, -3, -5, -7, -9, -11, 13, 16, 19, 22, 25, 28. Well, if you were listening, you got those numbers on time. If you weren't, you had to wait till it focused. So again, these are larger numbers. We can still do the same algebraic process that we did here. It won't be any different. However, on this one, like I said, this one you could have easily graphed those points and drawn your line to see what my slope was and what my y-intercept was. On this one, though, they are larger points, so we're going to go ahead and do it algebraically by finding slope first. So pick 2 points. Any 2 points. Again, there's negatives already involved in there, so it's not like I can pick positive numbers, but I can go with the smallest ones. And again, you can do this by using our stack subtract slide, the slope formula, or by doing the change in y divided by the change in x from your table. Okay. -1 minus -3 is +2. 13 minus 16 is -3. Slide my 2 under. Here's my fraction. Simplify if I can. I can't, but it does have a negative, so the negative comes to the front. So -3/2 is my, not -3/3, -3/2. I said it right, I wrote it wrong. -3/2 is your slope. All right, so next we are going to go to point slope form. Really quickly, if you did it by the change in y divided by the change in x, here it's changing by adding 3. Here it's changing by taking away 2. So that is 3 over -2, which again, -3/2. However you choose to do it, you get the same answer for slope. All right, so point slope again is y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. And we are going to choose any point on my table. That's relatively easy to work with. This one is probably going to be the easiest, I think, because it has the smallest numbers. So I'm just going to write that over here to know that's the one I'm working with. That's my x1, y1. So we have y minus equals x minus. Y minus something equals something, parentheses, x minus something. We are going to put something in those somethings. My first one's my y1, in this case 13. And we already have x1 over here, so I'm going to go ahead and put it over here, -1. Again, notice I did minus a negative. Last m is slope, which we found up here, -3/2. We want to make it look pretty, because I do see something ugly, that one right there. So we gotta make it pretty. And the pretty version of that is y minus 13 equals -3/2, parentheses, x, plus, because it's minus a negative, 1. And if they wanted the equation in point slope form, there's the answer. However, we are going to go ahead and change it to slope intercept form. And we do that by distributing first. So that's -3/2 x, and then -3/2. So we have y minus 13 equals -3/2 x minus 3/2. Next, we are going to add 13 to both sides. So we have y equals -3/2 x. And this is the part y'all are struggling with. Use your calculator. Stop struggling and looking at me like a lost puppy. Use your tools. -3/2. I push the negative button. Focus. Nope. I type 3. Oh my goodness. And I use my division sign right here for my fraction. And that's 3/2. I am adding 13 plus 13. I get some decimal, but remember we like them better in fractions, so then math, fraction, enter, 23/2. Oh my gosh, she found the answer to a fraction problem. And it's positive, so we do plus 23/2. And there's your equation and slope-intercept for. And that's it. You have the worksheet to work on. Good luck.